Right, to take you guys along without riding one-handed and potentially having a catastrophic accident. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Harry's in there just freaking out. I'm Brad.
And I'm Harry. We won the green card lottery, sold everything in Australia and moved to America.
We bought a truck and a repossessed camper and hit the road. We're exploring every corner of the USA to find our new home.
This is our great American adventure. Join us for the wild ride. So one of the cool things about Moab is that it's actually sandwiched between two national parks, Arches on the northeast and Canyonlands on the southwest. So that's where we're heading today, to our third national park, Canyonlands National Park. The land area inside the national park is separated into three distinct districts: Island in the Sky, the Needles, and the Maze. These are separated by two river systems, which then converge and flow onto the Grand Canyon. Today, we're checking out Island in the Sky, and we're doing a long hike that's 13 kilometers around the Upheaval Dome. Luckily, the weather's cooled off. It's no longer 30 degrees. It's a nice 15, so it should be nice today.
So the walk starts off with the descent down through this dry creek bed. The trail isn't very well marked though, as you can see along here. You can see it a bit here, but definitely in other parts it's been quite difficult to see. So yeah, having like a GPS type moving map on your phone or something would highly recommended. All right, let's go. The camera doesn't really do it justice, but it's like insanely steep going down here. We're going right down into the bottom of this canyon. Down there, there's just not a breath of wind. Couldn't really get it much better. This is definitely the most technical hike we've done. Kind of crazy that they call it a trail. All right, so we've just done the entire loop on the outer rim of the trail. Overall, it was about 5.5 hours. We're now at the top, at the overlook. This is really the only view that we've got. The idea was that we were going to hike up through the valley, but it ended up being too far. It was going to be about another 5 kilometers. So yeah, we had to call it quits on that and then make our way slowly back up the other side and around to here. So anyway, it's all good. A lot of fun, but we're completely worn out. One thing we were certainly not expecting this morning was such a queue to get into Canyonlands. I guess one of the main differences is they run 2 stations going into Arches versus the one, I think, going into Canyonlands. It's the day after rain, so potentially that's caused a bit, but it's 10 o'clock. So yeah, just be prepared. If you want to get in without queues, you've got to get there early, probably before 8, maybe even 7.
All right, so we've made it in Canyonlands, day 2. Checking out all the viewpoints that they've got in here. They've got some arches, but I think it's going to be a chill day. Not many hikes planned for today, and it's cold, it's windy, and it looks like it might rain. So let's get to it. $30 degrees, another day, now it's snowing.
What the hell is with the weather here?
Welcome to the desert.
Welcome to the desert.
5 degrees.
All I've got is a darn hoodie on. It was like 12 or 14 down where we were in the Moab. It's just insane.
Oh, you've only got a hoodie on. I've only got shorts on.
Yeah.
So
both as stupid as each other.
Okay.
Behind me here on my right are the La Salles, the mountain range. You can see them covered in snow. We're going to attempt to climb them in the next couple of days, one of them anyway. It's cool to see them from this angle. Hopefully we can look back from La Salles, looking at the Canyonlands and also Arches further to the north.
So we're sick of going the same route out of the park and it takes longer. So we found this 4x4 trail. As you can see, there's some cars coming up and down. Pretty windy, but it should take us down to the Colorado River and then back into Moab. And I'm thinking it'll take the same or less amount of time as taking the main entrance exit out of the park.
Time will tell.
Start the clock. It's 1:40. Finish this.
It is next level. Oh, far out. Guess it's safe, long as the wheel doesn't fall off or we don't end up spearing off the cliff.
Don't.
We're up. Alright, Harry's in there just freaking out. Here's the car. And this is the edge of the cliff just down there. We're gonna go right the way down. There's another car coming up. Alright.
Okay, we just pulled over into the side. There's two Jeeps coming up. An Aston Martin just passed us.
A four-wheel drive Aston Martin that was.
But yeah,
Still pretty wild.
who brings their Aston Martin?
Assie's just down there getting some shots. And there's this really cool, it's like a mini horseshoe bend. Alright, we're just arriving back at the campground. It was such a good shortcut. It took us about 3 hours instead of 30 minutes, but that's okay. Harry's a bit shaken up. Your favourite thing, Bob, was getting out. But well worth it. Amazing scenery. Looks like we have our first bit of damage identified. Someone shook the car to pieces. Not only Harry, but anyway. Just in picking up our new rental bikes. So today we are heading out to Navajo trails to go mountain biking. Moab is famous for some of its trails. One of the ones that's well known is the whole enchilada, but for us it's a little bit too long. It's about 30 miles of fairly technical up and down. So we've decided to do something that's a little bit more our style, a bit more intermediate. We've got two bikes in the back and we'll head out there now. It's about 20 minutes from town and we'll check it out and we'll take you along for the day. Right, to take you guys along without riding one-handed and potentially having a catastrophic accident, we have MacGyvered up a nice little camera rig. Got some good quality tape and the camera can be adjusted up or down on here. So we can hopefully get the good shots and hopefully not break the whole thing off.
We've got our bikes, we've got our safety equipment, we've got snacks, we've got water, and the weather's looking great compared to the last 2 days.
Woohoo! Getting shaken to pieces?
Yeah, a little bit.
Thought that. All right, suggested riding direction clockwise. That's which way we're going. Now the fun starts. We've got to climb. Some darn steep bits. Surprising how grippy the tyres are, even on this stuff. We finally made it back to the car after 3 hours of going to do 15 Ks. We were definitely bringing the average age down, but I would say the average speed has definitely been brought down with that. We didn't set any land speed records, but we have escaped with no injuries, and we are now heading back to the van to get a good feed. So it's our last night in Moab, and we're going to go treat ourselves. We're in downtown. We're going to go get an ice cream. So have a bit of a look around town while we're down here and show you guys around. Little secret hidey hole, this one. All the flavours in the world. What's going to be the flavour of choice? Alright, so we've settled on huckleberry flavour. $4.50 for this bad boy. Not bad value, and tastes really good.
So we just left Moab, head back to the campground, home for the night. But then we remembered a few nights ago, something weird happened quite late at night. I don't know, like 9, 10 o'clock at night. The whole canyon wall next to our campground was like lit up. So we just assumed it was a car, like with their high beams on or something, or search and rescue, or a UFO encounter. But tonight we're staking it out because we found out it's a boat tour. So a boat goes down the river, and then a car with these massive lights on the tray goes down the road, follows the boat, and lights up the canyon. So we're staking out up on top of this hill next to the campground, and hopefully they should turn up and we get a free show of the canyon being lit up. Alright, you can't see me because it's too dark, but it's coming. It's starting to come around the corner.
It's quite funny that everyone that's driving on the road seems to be slowing down. I'm guessing they're thinking, what the is going on? Like we were when it first happened. Oh, there we go. Whoa. That's cool. The flag looks cool.
Okay, we're back in the camper after our free light show of the canyon. We're just getting ready for bed at the moment. I've got my anti-snoring device on for Brad's sake. And today is our last day in Moab because tomorrow we head south to find somewhere new to explore. So stay tuned for that. And if you're enjoying the content so far, we'd love it if you could like and subscribe this video. Thanks so much.